Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I am here to memory plan last week, which I have absolutely no idea what the dates were. Good. It was a week in September. I will double check in a second. I have the leftovers of this kit from Strawberry Lime Designs. I seem to not have that much left, so we're going to see how we get on with it. I then also have these overlays pulled out to use with it. And then this washi from Colourful and Co. I actually had a different washi pulled out to plan this week with, and then this arrived in my autumn colourful cubicles box, and I decided that I needed to use it. I also have my stickers pulled out of my Plannerface reusable sticker album at both Plannerface and Colourful and Co. You can use Tilly 10 to save 10%. However, I don't get a discount. I have a code for Colourful and Co. because she's a friend. I have a code at Plannerface because I PR, so I have a working relationship with Plannerface. That's what I'm trying to say. It is the week of the 20th to the 26th of September, and without any further ado, I'm going to get the base of the spread down. I am going to be using bougie boxes, and I also have this washi overlay as well, and then bougie boxes all pulled out here ready. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to get the base down. Okay, so why do I say okay all the time? So in today's little social justice topic, we are going to talk about shaving hair off legs and like the appearance of being desirable. So essentially what I want to say is that I, as a white woman, can shave the hair on my legs or choose not to shave the hair on my legs, and whatever I do, I will still be viewed as desirable in this society, in current society, because I am a average weight white woman. I'm not plus size. I am not obviously of any discriminatory group other than being female. So I can choose not to shave my armpits or shave my legs, and that doesn't have like that big an impact on the desirability of the male gaze, which, yeah. And it's a sexist, racist, capitalist society which places this value on women and their appearance. And I just want you to think for a second about things like saying things like, oh, you're so lucky you don't have to shave the hair on your legs because it's pale or fair or thin. It's a compliment at the expense of women of colour who do not have the benefit of being blonde or fair, and have darker hair. And a lot of women of colour and trans women don't have the privilege that they can forget to shave or let their hair grow out, because society will view them as less for having done that. And we need to think about how this isn't okay and stop like making compliments that discriminate against other groups just in their very existence of a compliment. So, you know, stop complimenting people for having fair hair on their legs. Stop complimenting people for being thin, because those compliments are actually discriminatory against other discriminated groups. So we do need to just consider that whilst we pay compliments. I don't know, it's a tricky one, like particularly with the sort of weight loss side of things, because a lot of people do work hard at weight loss, but that doesn't mean you should be complimented for being thinner. I don't know. It's hard. It's a really hard one. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. So that is pretty much the base of the spread all done. I'm just popping in these two little stickers I hadn't pulled out previously, and then I will pop some more stickers on the sidebar. We've just got these girls because this was my girls' weekend with Beth and Sophie this week. So that is the base of the spread. Gorgeous foil going on in there. I've changed my lighting a little bit and I'm living for it. So anyway, let's zoom in and have a little look at the first half of the week. So as I always do in these videos, if you haven't watched before, so I try and put down the boxes first. I didn't really plan out these boxes very well because I kind of forgot that we only had 2 squares to work with, so I think I'm going to have to change some of them in a minute, but we'll deal with that in a second. Just going to get the ones that I can get down. The first box is going to be absolutely fine, but the second box I've definitely pulled out too many bigger boxes So we'll have to deal with that in a moment. And I don't really know how. I think probably the last thing is, I might just not mark in the last thing actually, and just leave it. I think that's what I'm going to do, because why not? So we're going to mark my morning routine in the same way every day this week, which is with this giant little sticker there and a morning routine script. And I did do my morning routine every single day this week. I've been really good with it recently, quite proud of myself. And then I've just got an in the my feelings script. There was a layering function on under there, but you can no longer see it, so oh well. Then we're going to mark in work every day this week, just like this, with a flag, a dino from Colourful and Co, and a work script. And then I've got the this is fine, because they were arguing about whether a patient should go to, where should patient should go after their surgery. So yeah. And then I was not feeling too great. And I was feeling a very specific way, which is what I'm going to mark in there. And then it was Rangers, which I'm just going to mark on this boxy square box, just like that. And that is Monday all planned out. I was going to mark that I was feeling a bit overstimulated at Rangers, but they're in space, so we're just going to leave it. Again, on Tuesday, we've got 8 things to mark and only 2 boxes, which means I have to fit 4 things in both boxes, which does mean things get a bit more squidged up than I necessarily always like them to be, but we do make it work as usual, because like 4 is the most things I like to fit in a box, because I feel like any smaller than that you just can't see anything, but even that sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to mark some things bigger. So like in this spread, I want to mark Rangers and the guides in the same way I marked Rangers, and to make that work it's going to have to, the other 3 things are having to be really small, and that isn't my ideal way of living, but that's fine. We make it work, don't we? So, oh, I'm not marking work morning routine in the same way every day. I think I only had 4 of these huge coffee cups left, so I just used all 4 of them, and the other ones are just my usual. So that's for my morning routine, and then marking in work in exactly the same way as I did on Monday. Then I did some finals at work, I think that was, and then I was researching getting a new camera, which is what I'm filming on now. I hope you can see the difference in the quality, because I definitely can. Then my new backdrops, which includes this purple one, arrived. Then it was guides, which I'm going to mark as the same way as I marked Rangers, which is just kind of overlapping the script and my little trefoil. Then I was feeling quite stressed out, which I'm going to try and just pull this a tiny bit up so that you can see some of this gorgeous pattern underneath it, like that. And then last but not least, I'm going to mark ordering my new camera down at the bottom. So that is Tuesday. So on this day I have very few scripts, so I'm going to have to use boxes a lot, which isn't my ideal. I would prefer to like have some not full things so I can use like foiled functionals or whatever, but unfortunately that's not going to happen this day. So the 2 things that I do have script for, I am going to use layering bits, but yeah, kind of is what it is. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, sometimes it does. And I think so some of the bottom box particularly is going to look quite boxy, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Okay, I need one smaller thing in that box. I cannot fit that there. What are the 4 things? I think this one is probably the one that can go on a little thing instead. So let's peel that up. It's not actually a little thing, it's a cut off of a heart checklist, but it's the same size as a little thing, so it'll do. Why will that not go down straight? There we go. And then hopefully now this little thing will fit in at the bottom. It will, but this needs to come up a tiny bit more. There we go. That's better. And then, because as I said, this bottom, like, because of how this date went, there's just not that much to mark in with scripts, so it's very boxy, which isn't my ideal, but it'll do. Ah well. and this wasn't a great day all in all, to be honest. So did my morning routine. I had the morning off work this morning, but me and Soch had a huge argument, like probably one of the biggest arguments we've ever had. And then he involved my mum because she's normally very good at sorting me out when I'm in a bit of a state, but it did not help the situation. And it wound me up no end. So then I just was marking that I was crying in bed. I put these in the wrong way around, that's what I'm doing here, sorry. Let's just turn this around. As I said, this isn't the best day in the world. Then we finally talked and sorted things out. I then, just in time for me to leave for my work shift. And then whilst I was at work, I started feeling not very well at all, like really quite poorly. So then when I got home, I lay on the couch and just felt sorry for myself. And then that poorliness developed into vomiting and I was very, very sick. So that's what that's to mark. And then I'm just going to mark having an early night in at the bottom. And that is Wednesday, as I said, not the best day in the world. So that's how we're looking so far on this half of the week. I'll turn over and have a little look at the second half. Okay, on Thursday, I was so confused then for a second, but there was just an extra bit stuck onto the edge of my box. We have 4 things to fit in this top box, so I just need to make sure they're spaced well. I think we're absolutely fine. I think I over worried about that more than I needed to. We again have 4 things to fit in the second box, and I think I've probably pulled out stickers that are too big to fit 4 things in. So we really need to work out what we're doing with that. I probably need another little thing-sized thing rather than what I had above that. So we'll just put in one of them. Still need a bit more space because these are actually, these ones with the hearts are actually cut up checklist, which are a bit bigger. Now I could just cut it down a bit more, which I think is probably what I'm going to do because I don't want to make it. So just cut a little strip off that. Hopefully that's relatively straight. Hard to say at the moment, but it'll be fine, even if it's not very straight. So, and then I think the last box will be a bit better. But again, this is one where we don't have that many scripts, so kind of is what it is. I've used 2 of the same colour box there. That's probably not smart. Shall we switch one of them out? Shall we? No, I might actually switch it out. I've got a piece of sticker stuck on my lip and this wound me up. There we go. This one. Switch it out for, oh, it won't quite fit. I was thinking one of these. But maybe I can make it fit. We'll just pull it down ever so slightly off the spread. It's fine. So, this first heart up here is to mark sleeping in. And then I phoned in sick from work because I was obviously vomiting the night before and I was still feeling it very, very rough. I did manage to do my morning routine. It was a very truncated morning routine, but I still did some form of morning routine, so I'm taking it. I then lazed in front of the sofa and did not much. Even that was too exhausting for me, so I went for a nap. And then my new camera arrived. Then I laid on the sofa and watched some Love Island with Sophie. Then I decided to try and do something productive and packed orders. But then I felt really, really awful after that, so that went quickly. I managed to eat a potato without throwing up, so that got marked in there. I did feel very, very sick afterwards though. Then this is just to mark, again, sitting on the sofa feeling sorry for myself. And actually this box wants to be at the other side, so we just need to pull that up and take the sofa. Oh, I'm going to lose a sofa leg. Ha, there we go. Just put that back down at the other side. There we go. And that's just to mark having an early night. As you can see, I needed a lot of sleep because I'm poorly. Friday starts off in a very similar way, and in fact is going to practically look the same as the box before, because the first 3 things are identical that I'm marking in. The 4th thing is where it changes. And I haven't left enough space for this box, so we need to squidge up a little bit, but that's doable. There we go, just peel that up and peel this up. There we go. And I could move the heart up as well if it'll come off easily. Yes, it did. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not enjoying these checklist parts are thicker than little things. I just cut way more off that than I intended to, and it's quite wonky, so I'm not sure I'm going to keep using that, but we'll use it for now. It's fine, whatever. So I don't have the script for this at the moment, but I know I do have a script for it, so I'm just marking it in as if the script is there. I made the script literally today. So yeah, it can be on a thingy because I do now have a script for it. There we go, so that's that. So first thing I'm marking is sleeping in again, and let's rearrange that slightly. There we go. And I have a sleep in script again because I was still quite poorly. I was still feeling very ill at this point. I felt better as the day went on, but yeah. So that was for calling in sick. Then I again did a very truncated morning routine. Sat on the sofa and felt sorry for myself, felt poorly. Yeah, I know the drill. Then I ran to the grocery store to pick up some bits and pieces. I then did some packing for my weekend away. I played a little bit of Sims. I do have a Play Sims script now, so that's going to go in there. I drove cross country to meet Beth and Sophie. We then did a little birthday cake present surprise thing for Sophie, though she could definitely hear us blowing up the balloons. Then we helped Beth reorganise her stickers. I think she feels a bit better about them now, or like work out how she wanted to reorganise them. And then last thing to mark in was having some pizza. And I did manage to eat my pizza without being sick, which was very exciting. Whew. So that is Thursday and Friday. We've just got the weekend to go. Okay, so Saturday we do have a day extender. I'm just trying to work out how this fits. I feel like I've lost a sticker. Yes, it is stuck to my arm. That's where it is. That confused me for a second. Right, so most of these boxes we just have 3 things to fit in. So there is going to be some decent spacing out because that's what we got space for. It's one of these weird ones where it gives you a bit too much space having the day extenders in, but without them you would not have enough space, so you kind of end up with a day extender with spread out other boxes, but that's kind of fine. It works well for me, I think. Let's switch that down at the bottom. Will you fit in, or do I need to switch you for a thinner one? You will just fit in, perfect. And then in this last little box as well, we do have another 3 things to mark in. I am just putting in the top and bottom one. I quite often like to do that because it gives me a bit more space, a bit more area to work out what I'm doing. So I'll just edge up again and fill it in most of the day, and then we'll edge back down to finish it off. So, shock horror. I did my morning routine, as I said at the beginning. I did it every day this week. I'm on a decent roll with it, although I lost my streak on routinely on this Saturday, even though I'm 100% sure I did it, and I did it in routinary, because I remember saying to Sophie, great, I've done everything that has a streak. But oh well. Then I pulled stickers for something, who knows what, but I did. Then we had hot tub time, and then we watched Moana. Then we played Codenames Disney. I didn't mark in our afternoon tea, which is what we were doing while we did that. And then I've realised these are in the wrong way around, which is not ideal because everything needs turning around now. Beautiful. So we then also got takeaway. I got nachos. Kind of craving nachos again. I get on like proper food kicks. I don't know whether anybody else does this. I get on like proper kicks of eating certain food and I get obsessed with them for a little while. Not obsessed, but you know what I mean. So that's just for singing along to Disney songs. Then I'm just going to mark in that I was struggling a little bit. I'm not going to go into it, but I just wanted to mark it in. I'm probably going to write down what I was feeling, but I just don't really want to talk about it right now. Then I did some drawing for our wedding save the dates, and we were just chatting for ages, so I wanted to mark that in as well. So whilst we're here, I'm actually going to pop in the boxes for the last 2 sections, and maybe I'll even pop in, but then it'll be out of order and it'll wind me up. But we're down here now, so I kind of want to just pop the boxes in that are going to be under the day extender. And again, it's one of those where it's not quite enough to not have a day extender, but it kind of spreads out a bit too much with the day extender. I don't know if that makes sense. And this is kind of my fault as well, because before I realised how many things I had to mark this day, I put 4 things in the top box because they're all like little-ish things to mark in. And I've spread those out as well too much, haven't I? Do I have another third box? I don't think I do. So they're going to just have to stay like that. So yeah, that's those boxes. So we'll just edge up again to pop in the things on here. And I do just have some cut down checklist bits again, but I did trim these even more to make them fit better. There. So first things first is sleeping in, and the reason I didn't pop that down yet is I wanted to make sure that fit. Then I'm going to mark in my morning routine as well. So, but I wanted the sleep in over that, so that's there. Then my morning routine can go in. Then marking in again, having croissants and pastries for breakfast. Then I did some memory planning. I memory planned last week, as in the week before this. Then we watched Beauty and the Beast. Then it was, very sadly, time to go home. And these are on the wrong side now. There's only 2 things I have to move, so it's not too bad. But when I got home, we did the tidying and unpacked, to be fair, mostly. Then I filmed a load of videos. Not everything, because one of the videos I was meant to film last weekend, I haven't filmed yet. And then in this box, I did my VA prep work there. I do have some scripts for that from Planner Face coming, but they haven't arrived yet. And we have here, I made the Twinkle Thursday, which I'd completely forgotten about as part of that VA work. Oops, I'm off camera, off screen. Then, what's this for? Did I do some revision or something? I think I probably did. Oh, I was feeling overwhelmed. I think that's more what that was to mark in. And we were watching The Good Place, so that's there. So that is the second half of the week. So let's open her up and see what she looks like. Okay, so there is the finished spread before the pen. I really like how my lights are working now. Oh, it's stunning. I realised whilst I was filming this that I do have a Monday through Sunday tracker. So I'm going to peel this up and switch it to a Monday through Sunday tracker, because why am I using that when I don't need to? I realised really near the end of the spread. But there we go. It just means things will actually line up. So yeah, let's show you what I have left in the kit, which seems to be not very much. That can go back on my functionals. So I have that Monday through Sunday now tracker, but that's probably going to go in the bin. I've got empty full box page, just got the headers there. Not very much on that page. 2 half boxes there, which we can just move on to here. So I can throw away that page. Another half box there and 2 build shoes, which again, I'm going to get rid of that page and pop these on here. and a few functionals on there. So that's all that's really left in this kit, so very, very little. Beautiful. So I'm going to speed up and write everything in. So whilst I'm writing everything in, it's time for our weekly check-in. How are you guys doing? The day I'm filming this, I'm feeling pretty good, but honestly, the week that I am memory planning was hard in a lot of ways. I was not very well at all for half the week. Like, I didn't feel particularly well on Monday and Tuesday, but I just sort of wrote it off as, it's probably nothing, it's probably just one of those things. Then shit hit the fan basically on the Wednesday, and I was very, very sick. And then I just needed to rest it for a lot of the rest of the weekend. And then I had a weekend away, which was amazing, but I was still not feeling 100% and not quite myself. So all in all, it was a very mixed week. But I am feeling a lot better now physically and mentally, I would have said. I've still got way too much on and, well, in very much need of a rest, but kind of is what it is, and it's fine, it'll be So let me know down below how you're doing. I love to do our little weekly check-ins on how we are doing. So there we have the finished spread. I obviously have made myself some Andrew Baby challenge, which is my Sims challenge at the moment, stickers, and I'm obsessed with them. I love this spread. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't remember what we finished watching this week, but I'm going to have to check with Soch. But I'm obsessed with how the spread came out. Let me know down below what you think. Yeah, did you like it? How has your week been? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Give it a like, thumbs up, comment down below if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!